Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is WD Tarot Breakachu again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video is going to be about what people secretly assume about you before you speak. So this is going to be a collective reading, so there are no piles. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? So what people secretly assume about you before you speak. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. What do people secretly assume about you before you speak? Oh, I heard arrogant. Some people secretly assume that you're arrogant or you're full of yourself. I feel like maybe you're very attractive. You may have like Venus in the first house, or like you may be a Libra or a Taurus. What people ooh, okay, no. Just what people secretly assume about you before you speak. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Bougie. With the 9 of Pentacles, people secretly assume that you're somebody who is high maintenance, but you're the one doing the maintenance. You're doing all the maintenance. Wow, I can't even speak. So what I'm getting here with the 9 of Pentacles, people secretly assume that you are someone who lives a life of luxury, someone who's self-made, someone who has it all together, has their life together, has their ish together, okay? Definitely self-made energy. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, grounded individual, practical, very like resilient. But people secretly assume, yeah, like there is this air of like arrogance or cockiness that people secretly assume before about you before you even speak. Like just the way that you present yourself, you have this charm or this allure about you. Didn't I say Taurus? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles as Taurus energy, slow and steady energy, reliable energy. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. We have the Ace of Wands. They assume that you're somebody who is well traveled. Sorry about that, guys. They assume that you're well traveled. Okay. With the Ace of Wands. Also, they assume that you're someone who has a very active social life. There's something very outgoing about your energy with the Ace of Wands. Like you have this outgoing energy. Even if you are someone who's more reserved, with the Knight of Pentacles, you still have that fire within you with the Ace of Wands that is contained, though. That fire is contained with the Knight of Pentacles. What people secretly assume about you before you, ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. They definitely assume that you are, like, you love yourself. You have high standards, especially with the Knight of Pentacles here. High standards, okay? Like, and I feel like a part of this is true. You have high standards. I'm getting like the vibe, the collective vibe that you guys have high standards for yourself. But the way that those people are putting it is like as if your high standards is too much. Like you shouldn't have those standards. Like you should bring it down a notch because they cannot um like live up to those standards. Okay, so what people secretly assume about you before you speak. We have the Six of Cups. You do have this familiar energy about you, okay, with the Six of Cups, that some people may assume is like welcoming. So you may have people, you have some people that are intimidated by you for sure with the Nine of Pentacles, but you have others that feel entitled to your energy because they feel like some sort of resonance to you. Even if you're not somebody who is like very social with people that you don't know, they may just get that sense that you have a very loving energy with the Six of Cups. So you may have people that are all up in your business, like they don't know how to respect people's boundaries. What people secretly assume about you before, ooh, we have the Seven of Swords, ooh, that you're hiding something. They're definitely assume that you're the type of person that moves in silence, or that you're hiding something, that you're being deceptive. Some people, they just want to project onto you negativity. What people, because I feel like you're very not secretive but private. So people that are deceptive or people that are nosy may look at your private nature as you hiding something because they can't find out what you got going on. So these are people that ask a bunch of questions, like very invasive questions, that is like, I don't know you, why should I answer that question? Are you police or something? Like, like, when police question you, you have to answer, right? But in certain cases, you know what I mean. But like, police have that kind of authority to ask those questions where you can't really be defensive. You have to answer them in a way where obviously you don't want to get yourself in trouble, but they do have that authority to be questioning you. But this Seven of Swords, what I'm getting here is certain people, they just feel entitled to your energy, and because you don't give it that easily, they feel like you're hiding things. Okay, what people secretly assume about you before you speak. We have the Chariot. Wow, structured and disciplined. They assume that you're somebody who's a go-getter, somebody who's always on the go, somebody who's always on the move, somebody who's making waves. Okay, you could be a Cancer here. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. Oh, we have the Lovers. You could be a Gemini, Cancer cusper. They assume, some people secretly assume that you are like not single, that you are in a loving relationship. But some people, they secretly assume that there is a connection. So you may have people that fall in love with you naturally and easily. Like within the first instance of like meeting you, they already like fantasize about you, daydream about you, they project onto you what they want to see. You may have experience like that, okay? What people secretly assume about you before you speak. We have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, people assume that you're cocky, arrogant. Didn't I say that earlier? I'm telling you, with the Knight of Wands, because you get a lot of attention naturally. Some people, they may assume that you are stuck up, a stuck up bee. That's what I heard, guys. Okay, that's what they secretly assume about you before you even speak. Because of the Nine of Pentacles, the way that you conduct yourself, you have high standards for yourself, and because they know they don't meet those standards, they feel some type of way. What people secretly assume about you. Yeah, I see. Four of Pentacles. Stuck up. Can't make it up. Closed off. Yeah. That's what people secretly assume. Like you're closed off, you're unavailable. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. Ooh, we have the Two of Swords, but it flew out in reverse, okay? Yeah, like people, what they secretly assume about you is that like you've made up your mind about them, like you've judged them or something with the Two of Swords in reverse, because the Two of Swords upright could also represent like indecision, unbotheredness, like nonchalant energy. But it's like in reverse is giving like you made up your mind about them, you're judging them, but they're the one who feels like that towards you, and they're just projecting. Or that you will be judging them, that you're judgmental. What people secretly assume about you before you speak. Yeah, we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. So what people assume about you before you even speak is that you're somebody who is well versed, somebody who is very skilled and talented. With the Magician energy, you're extremely resourceful. definitely an energy of self-made, okay? Because the magician is definitely a self-made energy, just like the Nine of Pentacles, and this is what people secretly assume about you, okay? Before you even speak. What people secretly assume about you, wow, we have the King of Pentacles, that you're financially stable, that you're abundant. People secretly assume that you're someone of high status, like within your environment or within your community or within the workplace. You have some sort of status within the workplace. Or let's say, for instance, you're a new hire, right? People secretly assume that you're the type of person that's going to climb up the corporate ladder quickly because of your King of Pentacles energy, your reliability. You're somebody who's trustworthy, okay? What people secretly assume about you before you speak, what people secretly assume about you, we have the Ten of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. Some people, they may assume that your riches or your wealth is fake. Those are the people that are hating on you, okay? They assume that it's fake with the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles upright is a wealthy individual or someone who's building their wealth. And having the Ten of Pentacles in reverse right beside it, that shows that some people, they assume that this wealth is um performance. Okay, you're not as stable as you portray yourself to be. But the Nine of Pentacles is here as well, so that shows stability. So some people, they just want to act like your stability is fake. What people secretly assume about you before you speak, what people secretly, oh, we have the Devil, temptation. Wow. Some people secretly assume that you're a workaholic or that you're ruthless or something. Yeah, because I feel like you have a very stoic demeanor. Okay, you're hard to read. Like King of Swords energy, you're hard to read, even though the King of Swords not here. But we have the Devil, that's Capricorn energy. So you have a strong presence. So people may assume that you are um like ruthless or money hungry or something like that with the Devil here. What people secretly assume about you before you speak, we have the Hangman. This is like stuck or trapped or in a situation or a predicament, or stalling, looking at things from a different perspective. But this is like, I'm also kind of like sensing hesitation to come towards you. Like you're, some people, they assume that you may be unapproachable in some way, shape, or form. What people, yeah, we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, that you don't want to be bothered, okay? With the Three of Wands, like you're a go-getter, you're always on the move. Like that's what I'm getting here. You're always on the move, you got things going on, you're a trailblazer, okay? You're here to make changes, to inspire change in others as well. This is what people secretly assume about you before you even speak. Like you have some sort of presence where you have authority, people listen to you, you are someone of importance, somebody of value, okay? What people secretly assume about you before you speak, what do they secretly assume? We have the Moon card, that there's more to you than meets the eyes. Okay, with the Moon card, Piscean energy, we have Pisces twice. We have Gemini, Virgo, um, Capricorn, and Cancer. Okay, yeah, there's definitely this mystery. There's more to you than meets the eyes. Okay, but there's also like hidden energy. This is Neptunian. The moon is Neptunian energy, so Piscean energy. So there's some sort of like illusion or confusion or hidden, something that's hidden. Like people think that you may be hiding, because we also have the Seven of Swords here. So there is an energy of deception. Like some people assume that you're not really who you say you are when they meet you, like as if you're too good to be true. You know how they say if something's too good to be true, it's not true? That's like a label that you may have, people may have misplaced onto you, because they can't phantom that you are somebody who holds yourself to high standard and you are authentically this person that you say you are. You're not pretending, right? So what people secretly assume about you before you speak, just one card please, Spirit. What, guys? I can't make it up. Neptune vision. I can't make it up, guys. I can't make it up. I'm telling you. Yeah, like there's something about illusion. Like, it's not all that it seems like with the moon card, that Piscean energy. Maybe you have Neptune in the first house or something, okay? I don't know, something about like your appearance, what people secretly assume about you before you speak. Just one card, please, Spirit. What do we have here? We have retrograde review. Hmm. You remind people of something from the past that you trigger people. That's what I'm getting here. And their assumptions is based on a trigger that they have, and you remind them of something from the past with retrograde review. That's why people assume that you are like what they expect you to be because of what you look. So let's say, for instance, we have a man, right? I'm just giving you an example. You're a woman, and there's a man who dated a woman. Maybe the woman didn't look like you, but the woman may remind them of, like, you may remind this person of this woman because you're attractive and this woman was attractive. Maybe like a scent or something. Maybe you wear the same perfume as that woman, so automatically this person assumes, okay, well, she's a gorgeous just like my ex, and they wear the same perfume. That means they're the same person. She's just like her, a gold digger or whatever. Like, I'm just giving an example, right? That's something that maybe people assume about you automatically without you even, like, they don't even know you. They just label you because of what they get triggered by you. Okay? So what people secretly assume about you, we have 12th house introspection, and then we have 12 houses Pisces house. I'm telling you, something about illusion. People like projecting their insecurities, projecting their fears, their fantasies onto you, especially with the devil being here. So there's a lot of sexual attraction here, especially with the devil. You may have people that assume that maybe they have a chance with you, or, that you're easy or something, right? But in actuality, you're not. They get a rude awakening. What people particularly assume about you before you speak. What people secretly assume about you. We have Pluto. Ooh, Scorpio energy. Okay, rebirth, transformative, but you have a powerful presence. I'm telling you, very intimidating. Some people assume that, like, there's temptation here. Yeah, they assume that you're somebody who may have to undergo a major transformation in their life. Why? We have eighth house mystery. What? We have Scorpio and Pisces water energy because we also have Cancer. Mm-mm. There is a transformative energy that you emanate as well. Like, you're always transforming. People assume that you're somebody who's always evolving, and that's a good thing. Like, I feel like that assumption is a good thing, where they feel like you're not the type of person that's going to stay stagnant in life. You're not the type of person that's going to procrastinate on your goals, because we have the Chariot and we also have the Devil. They're two cardinal signs, right? So always on the go, always like moving forward in life, making things happen for yourself, learning in life with the Pluto rebirth. Like, you know how to integrate the lessons that you've learned throughout your life and make it better. Okay, there's something about like building. Some of you could be builders here, architects, designers. You do things, like, you bring things together, you build things. Okay, you have an engineer's mind. Like, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video.